It is going to be a very busy and perhaps even a very dangerous Monday to go.
And today it's a 1-2 punch. We have a round this morning that will produce severe weather. But the largest concern is going to be this afternoon and this evening. That's the highest likelihood of having a tornado outbreak across the upper Midwest, which might not be the first location that jumps off of a map. End of April, beginning of May. I mean, this is typically a zone that lights up during the summer months. So here's a live look outside. We have Red Wing, Minnesota on the left, and then we have Watertown, South Dakota, which you already saw a flash of light. Keep the cameras up for a moment. Watch the South Dakota camera. You might see more lightning off there in the distance. But this round of morning storms, that is going to produce the threat of large hail. Thankfully, this morning, the Fox Weather Alert Board for now is clean. We have no warnings that we're waking up to at this moment. But then this afternoon, a more widespread threat. And the afternoon and evening setup for parts of northern Iowa, Minnesota, and also western Wisconsin is quite concerning.
It really is. And when you're thinking about the time of the year, I mean, this is a little bit earlier in the season. Oftentimes we see this part of the country dealing with severe weather perhaps late May, certainly into June. But the fact that it's still April and we're dealing with places in Minnesota as well as Wisconsin, should be something that is, perking up your ears and making you say, hey, I need to be prepared, because your time to prepare, that is quickly beginning to dwindle.
So here's the level 4 out of 5. Again, to be very clear, we do have a morning round. Right now, those storms haven't even really entered Minnesota. But as they enter, the sun will be coming up. And so there will be this limited window in the morning where we could produce some large hail for parts of Minnesota and northern Iowa and Wisconsin. There's more flashes of light on the camera shot out of Watertown, South Dakota, by the way, as we continue this conversation. Here's a look at those storms. So as this all moves into Minnesota, the sun will be coming up. Moisture transport will be more prevalent, and that's going to allow for these thunderstorms to produce some marginal severe weather. We could see wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, large hail, as well as we have cold air in the upper levels of the atmosphere. But as we work our way into the afternoon and evening, the second round of thunderstorms, which aren't even on radar yet, those will be the ones that have the highest potential for tornadoes. So here's Watertown, South Dakota. The camera, by the way, we've been showing you this morning. So that's a look at what's coming in. So the lightning on that camera shot is the inbound thunderstorms that are pushing in from the south and west. That's a big old push of thunderstorms, linear shape. So again, it's going to come in with a gust of wind. As we slide over to the Twin Cities, we have some thunderstorm development ahead of this main line. Sometimes that can trigger severe weather. Right now, these look sub-severe, but we'll continue to watch them. Kendall, we'll end on the dew points. This is how we measure the moisture. Right now, we're sitting in the 50s across this zone. We'll be in the 60s later today. So again, this afternoon replay is going to be the largest concern. There's the tornado risk. This will be with the afternoon and the evening round.
And so this threat for severe weather stretches from the upper Midwest and Great Lakes all the way down into the southern plains. The video on the right, well, that is from over the weekend. So Lawton, Oklahoma just got blasted by severe storms, especially on Saturday. They were dealing with torrential rain, and we still had an ongoing flood threat yesterday morning. So if you were joining us over the weekend, Weather Command weekend, it was very busy. And we had numerous reports of tornadoes, especially in states like Oklahoma, as well as Texas and even into New Mexico. But now we're talking about the southern half of this exact same line of storms and how this is going to shake out for us, because of course, as we know, we've got that level 4 out of 5 risk for areas in the upper Midwest, but we still have a level 3 threat in Kansas City. We've got a level 2 out of 5 threat that stretches as far south as portions of central Texas. So Abilene, Wichita Falls, Oklahoma City, Wichita, you folks are all under that risk. And I think, Britta, it's so incredibly important to mention that this is such an expansive swath of real estate. We've got 47, almost 48 million people that are at risk for severe weather today. And that is going to mean that we'll see areas in the level 2 threat and in the level 3 threat that will also be dealing with very damaging wind, large hail, and also a few tornadoes.
Yeah, and this setup, I think we'll see more widespread wind and hail reports. But to your point, this is part of our country that doesn't take a lot to create a little spin factor. And so that isolated tornado risk is very worthwhile mentioning. Yes, I think we'll see more warnings up to the north, but something to keep in mind. Now, as we take a look at what we've, really put together for this morning and what we're expecting through the afternoon, we really just need to make sure that we're vigilant with the ability to get warnings. You said over 40 million Americans So if you're going about your day, you can quite easily get caught off guard. Here's a look at our wind shear, which shows you the change of wind speed and direction as you go up into the atmosphere. You're looking for any lines that sort of cross perpendicular, and that would allow for tornado formation. So again, the northern part of this, although you're not in the bullseye for the strongest tornadoes, that's what we're expecting in the upper Midwest, you're not zilch free here. We do have a twist that is naturally present, and in the afternoon, some of these thunderstorms could start to rotate, and we'll see some isolated tornadoes and actually more typical spots. This is where you would look over Minnesota. This time of year, if you were looking for tornadoes and you were just going off climatology, you would be more concerned about Oklahoma and Texas over Minnesota. And today, it's not so. But with that said, we are probably going to see some isolated tornadoes, even extending on the southern part of where we'll see the action later today.
Yeah, a lot higher storm energy further to the south. That is going to be conducive of those long-lasting supercells. So you need to be prepared right now.